what are the differences between some of these vaccines to fight COVID-19 around the world? We have good news about AstraZeneca. How do they differ from the Russian vaccine to the Chinese vaccine?
Well, my concern is not so much about the differences between the various vaccines. It's the delivery systems once they're actually available and online and ready for use. What people are often talking about the situation with China is that they're afraid that if China produces the vaccine first, that China's in fact going to withhold it from the United States. I'm less concerned about that. I'm more concerned about the efficacy of the vaccine in the first place. Second place, I'd be afraid of the degree to which the delivery system would be able to fill demand. And I imagine that the kinds of decisions that would be made in terms of distributing the vaccine worldwide would be really a political decision. And right now, U.S.-China relations don't necessarily put the United States in a particularly good spot.
Yeah, Professor Mertha, you make a good point about the distribution. What are you most worried about? Is it, once you have the formula, so the vaccine, is it the refrigeration? Is it how you get it to to the people? Is it the infrastructure that these vaccines need to be used?
It's partially infrastructure, but I think it is things like refrigeration. It is things like the poor regulatory framework in a place like China, and it's also, we've seen this throughout the life of the vaccine, that local governments, local laboratories, local industries working on combating COVID, they don't like to give bad news to their superiors, and so as a result, they oftentimes we see this pattern everywhere in China, where you don't want to give bad news to your superiors, so you give them what they want to hear. And if it's not effective, in this case, if the vaccine is not as effective, or if there are kind of more than the allowable number of bad samples within a particular batch or something along those lines, that they would pass those along and hope that nobody notices.